talking to myself and I'm talking about, something I'm so passionate about, that I love so much.
I think the biggest challenge of sitting with the big guns is that you're often underestimated and your voice comes out last. But as a subcontractor, and I think it should have perhaps come out in my bio, because a lot of the business I've gotten in the built environment was because of subcontracting. And the true reality is that subcontractors don't have the luxury and privilege of interacting with such a document in the very beginning. So we can all say they are uneducated, they are misinformed, it's easier to leave them in the dark. But in true essence, we would like to understand what the document has to offer, right? And we also want to understand what our rights are coming out of the document. Doesn't happen often. I think it's the likes of JBCC because of a training I attended that allowed our organization to actually redirect its core function in the built environment.
I am so happy and I am so privileged to be able to have the capacity and the ability to speak to myself like this. Well, I'm not speaking to myself. I'm actually speaking to you. If you don't know me, my name is Uplile Mpemba, and on this channel we speak about everything construction, everything the built environment, everything engineering, in and across Africa. We speak about pivotal issues. We speak about navigation strategies. We speak about a lot of things that kind of aid in, finding your way. The reason why I started this channel was because, I've always been the guy in the corner, and most people didn't want to explain certain layman terms, if you might want to call it that. So I decided, you know what, I want to start a channel that is going to dissect the most those things that people say are stupid for asking. That's what I wanted to create. So I'm here. Welcome to The Construct. Welcome to the best construction channel in the land. My name is Uplile Mpemba. And today we are, I normally have like a subject or a topic that I want to speak about in most of my videos. And obviously now we've decided that me posting on the regular is not a thing. So let's take that and let's put it aside. But what we are going to speak about today is things that I have picked up from the rooms that I've been privy to, rooms that I've been privy to. And I know that not all of us are in those rooms. But before I even get to that, guys, I want to speak about an encounter that I had last week. So I was hosting a panel session on the big, the bold, and the ugly of construction and the intentionality behind the bold moves that we make as women. And that was my panel discussion. And I had a couple of people. I had Naomi there. I had Roxy. I'll put them all here for you guys to kind of see like the panel and the people that I got to have like really cool discussions with. But that's not the point. I met Urufile Buteles. So I go in there and as I think about this and as I meditate on this, like today I've had like a hectic weekend since that, so I haven't had time to actually think about it. And as I've had time to kind of just now reflect, man, like how that day went on. So I got there, it was at the Oyster Box. I got there and she was there, she was sitting, and Roxy comes in and she greets me. You know me. So okay, cool. I go and sit at this other table, and they move me right next to this lady, and we start speaking. I was holding a tripod, and she's like, "Oh, do you carry your tripod everywhere?" I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't." And it was a casual conversation. We start talking, and I'm like, "Your voice sounds so soothing," and okay, cool. And then she's like, "Okay, so what do you do?" I tell her, "No, I do. I'm a contractor. I'm the founder of Maswazi, and I'm a contractor in geotech, and I do marketing, and I do distribution as well. Like I supply and whatever. So we kind of have a chat back and forth, and she's like, "Oh," and I tell her, I'm like, "Oh, your voice is so soothing." She's like, "Oh no, I've got the flu," and then we laugh about that, and then the whole event starts, and when the event starts, I'm like, Oh, and then I ask her, I'm like, oh, okay, so where are you from? She's like, no, she's from Exa and whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Are you nervous? She's like, no, no, I'm not nervous. I do a couple of these. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. No, and then we start talking, and like it was casual like that. When the event starts, that's when I realize that, hi, Bo, this lady next to me is Refilwe Buthelezi. I'm like, dude, like, I'm just, I'm so chilled. And, okay, cool. The whole thing starts. I'm like, hi, Bo, guys, Refilwe Buthelezi is sitting next to me. And we just had this conversation, and I didn't know who she was. I even asked her, okay, so where are you coming from? I'm like, yo, okay, cool, but that's fine. And I think that was the best way for me to meet her, because I know her from like pictures of her. Also, she looks younger in person, guys. Like I didn't recognize her. She looks so young. But I'll post the video that we took together. Actually, it was so nice.
Foundation and non-profit
anyway,
organization.
so I start so the event starts and we start talking, and we spoke about a lot of women spoke, and in that event it was so different. Like the vibe is so different. I'm always the one in all the events that I speak at, and in all the events that I've attended before, I've always kind of felt like I've kind of felt not me, but I mean like the environment was just intimidating. Nobody intimidates me. I'm Ghani, dude. Like I'm Pilile Ghani Pemba. Are you mad now? But it's very intense. Like with construction, it's different than other events. Like it's all about profession, what you got, how many years, how technical you are. So it's very intimidating. But it was different. Like this one, the way that we moved was just different. Like everybody, like Refilwe spoke, Madam President. No. Madam President, my guy. Madam President. It was so intimate. And the way that she spoke, and, it was... I even said, when I started my speech, it was very important for me to recognize her and recognize what she had done. And I think, in as much, like me going to that event was like such a hectic thing, because my husband's twin was getting married same day. And, I was like, I don't want to cancel this, and I want to do it. It's important, because I feel like I had to meet her, growing up in construction and being a construction girlie for such a long time. People always ask me, Pilile, who's your mentor? And not my mentor, but like, who do you look up to in the built environment? And I've always struggled to answer that question. And I feel like God wanted me to meet her, and God wanted me to sit next to her, because I chose another seat and they moved me, and meeting her, like I've met a lot of women in construction. I've met bold women that were successful, women that were learned, women that were, the best in their fields. But I'd never met a woman that is nurturing, and, all I want to do is just, and the thing is, like in her talk, she's so driven about community. She's so driven about what is the next, like, when someone speaks, when you get to certain places and someone speaks, like, I never get like, no, let me not, like, nah. But like, it's very hard to touch me, because, like, I have to find you relevant. I have to find your story relevant. I have to find you not articulate, but you need to move me, and you need to speak about the things that matter to me. You need to speak about them in a results-driven way. And that's what she did. She was like, she asked the right questions. Like, okay, cool. So what are we doing then? What is the ROI in this? Okay, cool. So where are we? What are the numbers here? So if these type of numbers are like this, so what are we doing about that? And then she commits herself into the change. That's when you are able to decipher a leader. When you commit yourself into things because you want to be part of the change, and that your role can accelerate that. And that's what she did, and okay, cool. So we move, and she sits back, and then she says, guys, to me, my shuttle is coming at 12:30. My speech was starting at around 12:20. And she says, my shuttle is coming at 12:30. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delay it a bit, because I want to hear what you have to say. I was like, are you kidding me? This lady here, Madam President here, wanted to hear what I had to say. I went up on that stage, my guy. It was a different level of understanding myself and crediting myself, and a different level of confidence. Like, I'm a public speaker, but when I got up there after she said she wanted to hear what I had to say, she was gonna delay a little bit because she wanted to hear what I had to say. And that hit different. But fast forward, the conversation that I wanted to have here today is, I've been privy to a couple of rooms, right? And the rooms that I've been in have really, big stakeholders of the construction industry. And I've been part of those conversations. And I realized that, I've been feeling very uninspired to record, and, I didn't know what to say. But I think what I want to say today is the reason why I feel us as the youth in Built South Africa, just in the context of South Africa right now, is the fact that, and we are so frustrated, is because, and it's a question that I asked in that room, and that's when I had that revelation. What do we want? What do we, we are saying we are unemployed. We are saying, that we are not mentored enough. We are saying that we don't have the accurate financial backing. Yes, that's what we need. But what do we want? What do we want to happen? I feel like those conversations are not happening enough. And me starting this channel was giving a platform. And I think me starting this channel and where I want to take this channel is having a platform for us to communicate about what are the changes? What do we want? We can see that this is happening. We can see this is where we're going. As the youth, what are we contributing to the conversation? Creating platforms where those conversations are happening and having that interchange and becoming that bridge between, the youth and the stakeholders that are and the youth and the entrants and creating that bridge between those people and the conversations that are strategically happening within the rooms of the bigger stakeholders. I think that's what I want to have right now. But we can't have those conversations, and we can't have those if I'm going to be speaking to myself. It has to be a dialogue. And I think me wanting to take on this role and start this video and start this platform is because I want to be that bridge, and I want to have the dialogue of, yo, bro, the people that are speaking about construction are people that are not going to be here to experience the decisions that they are making. So what we have to do is we have to influence those decisions. And I can't do it alone. I'm only a resource, and I want those conversations to happen. And I think taking the direction and the construct and these construction conversations, taking the direction of where I want to have it right now. Welcome to my new office. This is my new office. This is where we're going to be having all of my videos now. I've been wanting to kind of get a home for me and for us and this channel. So this is it here. I think I'll cap it there. But I think if you take nothing from this video, and if you take nothing from what I'm saying today, is let's have the conversations that we are meant to have. And in order for it to be a dialogue, you need to be a part of this conversation. And in order for me to be able to convey those conversations and to have also, this lady, I'm going to link her Instagram. Oh, she spoke about subcontractors, and she spoke about how, she had a voice about, the little guy. And we hardly have people like that. She was amazing. Mwah! I actually recorded her, and I was fanning over her. It was an exciting moment. But I'll link her below. She's a social facilitator within Built. Her company really does awesome things. I'll link her below. She's really awesome. So yeah, I'll keep it there. this is the first video of the rest of our lives. It's important for you, if these are the type of conversations that you want to have, it's important for you to be part of the dialogue. So I invite you into the comment section. Let's do this. I'm excited about where we are taking construction conversations. If you don't know me, I am Opili Mpemba. Welcome to The Construct, and thank you for listening to me, and I will see you next time. Next time being how much engagement we get on here. So it's important for you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video with people that you think it's going to help. Let's level up the playing field, and let's do what we need to do. My name is Opili Mpemba, and I will see you next time.